so amazing to meet you last year. Thank you for making this time.
Of
So
course. I owe you a book. We're going to ship that out to you as soon as possible. Two books. I'm sorry, two books.
don't worry about it. I mean, I will just order one. I mean,
Okay.
whatever's for you.
Okay.
So, you've got important work to do. So, but where should I order it from if I get like Amazon? I want to get the current
The
one.
current one, go to my website, or cosmicorigin.com, and then
Okay.
press A for Amazon, and that'll get you the new edition.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna do that, so don't you worry about it. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So, how have you been, Susan?
Excellent. Yes. I mean, I can feel the benevolence on Earth. The benevolence is increasing. I can feel the bliss, the waves of bliss that have been coming for, many years for many of us are holding longer, steadier. The sky tonight was heaven. I mean, I'm getting more and more in where I'm experiencing heaven on Earth, so.
I think a lot of people they're tuning in with their minds and their hearts to the higher frequencies, which in response, they're only experiencing and living a better life. You could say, they're experiencing only good things in their life. They're only attracting positive things, right?
Yes, and also because I've learned to be grateful for even the difficult things, and that is truly the gift, and love and gratitude for everything.
You hit it on the target, Susan. Gratitude is key, even when we're not doing well. Sometimes we just have to be grateful for the simplest things.
Yeah, and loving it all. And that's what I write about we have to love everything with unconditional love. That's the magic miracle, rocket fuel. So it's, we all know this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're just programmed, against it, but it's what we know.
So what is it that you do for a living?
Oh, so I am a writer, a spiritual writer. I 15 years ago woke up and remembered that ascension was happening, and I needed to tell as many people as possible, and I've been writing about that ever since. So I have a blog, Share the Spiritual. You may have seen it. I don't know. It gets out sometimes. And then I have books, and I also have a twin flame site with my husband, who's a twin flame, and we have helped other people to navigate that very difficult dynamic through unconditional love again. So yeah, so lots going on, and I'm writing I'm always writing a book, so it's fun.
Well, that's good to know. I'm so glad that you're doing your part in this, spiritual awakening.
Can't help but, it's an urgent call, right? And people around me have thought I'm crazy for 15 years, but I don't care. It's fine, I can't turn it off, and I have so much faith. I'm never going to give up, so. And I want to thank you for lighting a fire under so many of us when we were all kind of, how long is this really going to take? And you came along on the scene, and you really helped us so much. And you gave us the hope, the light at the end of the tunnel, and how great it's going to be. Great doesn't even begin, right? So, yeah. And then you took our perspective from local, global to cosmic. And when you do that, it just makes everything so much easier, because the awareness just expands, and the remembrance, so.
That means a lot to me.
Oh,
well, does.
Thank you. Oh, it's so great. Do you have any latest intel at all that you can share? I won't keep you long, but...
Yes, things are getting we're getting really close for something positive to happen where, whether you call it to the disclosure, whether you call it to the fall of what's left of the deep state, the puppets, but the Earth Alliance and the White Hats are really now fully in control, and I think they're just going to wait for the holidays to kind of come and go, and 2024 is the year in which they're going to pretty much reveal to the general public everything that's been going on, and it's going to be up to the people, to either wake up or not. It's either going to be up to the people. People still have that choice to, stay within their programming or or not. So
Yeah. This whole year I've been, and maybe even last year too, I kept saying, oh, it's not 2024 yet. Like I just needed it to be 2024 and I didn't know why. And I just kept like, we just have to get there. I don't know. It was so weird, but here we are. So
yeah,
we're close.
Just know that God has a plan. There is a supreme creator above all, which is really the accumulated consciousness and the amalgamation of all the souls in existence put into as one big oversoul. And from that perspective, that oversoul is always in control of both sides. So that's why the dark is always on the losing side. The dark is just a temporary, we could say, experience. They call it duality, polarity.
Yes.
In order for that oversoul, which we call God, to continue expanding through contrast and through opposition. But that's part of a cycle, and that cycle it's already coming to an end. And I've gathered that the entire cosmos is just waiting for the liberation of the Earth to usher in some sort of a galactic and cosmic jubilee, And so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to reconnecting once again with our multidimensionality, our galactic community,
Yes.
the inner Earth dwellers, and living for thousands and thousands of years and looking younger, and just being who we were as physical angels before we were, kind of like, I want to say, downgraded. Before we were downgraded.
Matter, right? Like you say, I always said it a little differently, but you go into matter to experience to merge the physical and the spiritual together, right? So yeah, I love how you say that. That is, I've never heard anyone say it quite like that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so most of the spiritual teachings coming from the Gnostics and I think some of the mystical traditions, they always separate the two. They always say that we have, in order to live or to be fully liberated, we have to leave this matter. We have to cease to be physical and become pure spirit. And that's not the case. The case is that matter needs to be spiritualized, so spirit and matter can become one, and that's how matter becomes. That's how we achieve immortality as well, by the way. There's before immortality was freeing ourselves from our body, because our spirit is immortal, but true immortality is integrating spirit and matter so that you could be both spirit and matter simultaneously and allowing your body to just live forever as an immortal, and so
amazing.
Yeah.
Is that bringing more ka into your body? Is that, yes, the
More
ecstasy?
ka.
It's,
Exactly.
Fair.
The more light we bring in through our daily practices, through our, through the raising of our consciousness, our frequencies, our prayers, our meditations,
Right.
through our service to humanity, through our compassion that we exert in every interaction throughout the day, the
Yes.
more light comes in, the more light comes in.
Love that.
So,
Yes, I'm feeling that too. I just want to help people. And I love how when you're with other people who want to just help people, it's just the most beautiful energy, And I love this, that we're all going to be experiencing these, these states of bliss. I mean, that's really what it is all about. Our bodies just couldn't handle that before, and they're going to be able to handle it, right?
yes,
So
exactly.
very exciting. Oh, thank you so much. Oh,
Susan, thank you for meeting me and for coming to my event last year on my book tour.
wonderful.
It was an honor, and
Oh.
I just want to also acknowledge the work that you do.
Thank you. I'll never stop. You know how it is. Oh, thank you. Well, blessings, and I can't wait to read. I haven't read the new edition, so I'm very excited, and I will order it, and I can't wait to read the last chapter. So.
Oh, it's really much better than the first edition. It's been re-edited without the mistakes.
Yeah. I mean,
that was just that was Amazon. I think that they knew that this book was going to be very impactful, so they tried to mess with it. But this for the second edition, I actually proofread it before it went into print. Whereas before I didn't. I trusted that they were going to go with that final edit, because I did put it through an editor over and over. But at the end, they messed with it, And so I think it was done deliberately, but
Yeah.
not for the second edition. You know, it was also restructured. It reads a lot more simple because I know it's very dense. And again, you know, that new chapter is really where it's at, going
Right.
into what happens after the ascension.
Oh, good. Well, best of luck on your new book tour.
Thank you, thank you.
Great.
And
And
it's a blessing. Also
blessing.
connecting with you, sister.
It's all love. Like everything is love. There's nothing else.
I agree. I agree.
Bye.
Take care,
Thank
Susan.
you.
Bye.